See it, live stream.
Is it saying we're on?
Look like meeting is now streaming live on Facebook.
All right. Oh, heck, I gotta shut this. Boom. All right. What's up, group? Chip McCarter here tonight with Robert Stanford, trying to get this all up on my stuff. All right. Well, tonight I'm glad to bring you guys Robert Stanford, local business owner, RockReady Solutions, LLC. We've been talking for about the last 30 minutes, and I got a lot of exciting stuff to get with you guys and let you know how we feel, but also introduce him, let him tell you guys some of the stuff about him, what he's got going on, and some problem solving together and what he's got to offer. Robert, go ahead and take the mic, man. What you got to tell us? Let's tell us something about yourself.
First and foremost, I want to thank you for creating this group, man. I think it's a great deal. I think, you know, us small businesses and us local businesses here in Waco, we really need to stick together and figure out ways to help each other out in this time. Today's announcements on the news and shutdowns is really going to affect a lot of us. And I mean, it's kind of all at one moment, you know, and we all got to figure out something real quick and how we can help each other out to keep our doors open. But I'm Robert Stanford. I own RockReady Printing Designs. Fortunately, my business partner Rudy is not in today, but I'm here to talk to you and kind of give us chat with Chip and figure out what we can do here to help each other out and maybe problem solve a little bit, and what our next steps are going to be in the next coming days as we work through this issue.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, okay, so first, where are you from though? Where'd you grow up? You're a local native?
Yes, sir. I'm local. I'm from Robinson, Texas. I graduated in 2003 from Robinson. I'm a local guy. I've been in Waco almost all my life. We currently work here in Waco, the city of Waco. We're actually located at 219 Depot Drive. It's right behind Allen Samuels Dodge dealership in Waco, Texas. A little bit about our business. We're known for our screen printing and t-shirt printing. 2015, we opened up the doors of RockReady. 2016, we bought out Digitex Graphics, which allowed us to start helping out with the commercial graphics, vehicle graphics, wraps, signs, banners. We do design work. We do business cards. You name it, we do it. We're pretty much a one-stop shop here in town for all your printing and design needs.
That's cool. When did you start this business here in Waco? What year did you start this?
2015, late 2015. I worked at L3 for 8 years. I don't know if you remember back in about 2014, 2015, we started seeing the government, kind of shutdowns and similar to what we're facing now, not quite to this pandemic.
Drastic. Yeah, not quite as drastic at all. Right?
But government funding was definitely kind of an issue, and I started kind of seeing some writing on the wall. I was fortunate enough to have Rudy that's been in the industry for 15 plus years. We kind of talked about some things, and we decided to open up RockReady Printing Designs and give this a go. And I mean, ever since then, business has been up for us. We've done a lot of good things here in the community. And I mean, I can't complain. I think we've done a lot for the community of Waco and the surrounding areas.
Hey, that's awesome. That's awesome. What let's back up a little bit. Before you even got started with L3, what got you, what drove you to this business? What made you decide to choose this?
Man, I've always loved art and just graphic designs. I'm not a graphic designer. I kind of somewhat of an artiste, but I'm not a graphic designer. But what really drove me to this, I just love interacting with the public and being able to interact with people. Working at L3, that's more of a government chain. You're kind of confined to government contracts. You don't really get to interact with people too much. So this kind of just drove me to, when I started seeing writing on the wall and kind of government funding issues and things of that nature, I kind of was more driven to this, a different outlook and a different something that I can rely on.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. What's the toughest part right now with everything that's going on? What's the toughest part for your business that you're having to adapt and go through right now, especially with this new shutdown that just was announced today? What's the toughest part, and how do you plan on trying to get over that hump?
Well, I mean, definitely the toughest part is, I mean, being in the printing industry, you know, you rely a lot on little leagues, you know, baseball, football, basketball. You rely on a lot of family organization events, your family cruises, your family reunions, things of that nature. So with all this that's going on right now, we've seen a significant reduce in production on our end. Just people just, cruises are shut down, family reunions, you can't go out and go have family gatherings. Obviously, little leagues are shut down. It's really put a stranglehold on us, you know, for producing products that we would normally be doing there in this time of year.
Now, we were talking earlier, you did say that because of some of the businesses you're serving, you actually are being able to stay open and work a little bit. I mean, do you mind talking a little bit about that? You know,
Correct, man. Man, I was on the phone as soon as we heard this today with the city enforcement to find out, are we able to keep our doors open and what can we do? No, we're really not a essential business, but because we do provide graphics to some of these emergency vehicles, your plumbers, your tow trucks, your service vehicles that need to stay on the road and have their emblems and their TDLR numbers and stuff of that nature on their trucks.
Yeah.
We were given the okay to stay open as long as we have those vehicles coming and going. So from my standpoint is I got to look at it as a risk management. As long as we have an abundance of those coming in, and as long as it makes sense to keep our doors open, we want to keep our employees safe. You know, obviously we don't want to try to fight what the city is trying to do. We want to be part of that, you know, balancing the curve and reducing the curve of this disease that's going on. But we'll keep our doors open as long as we have some of that work coming in and it allows us to.
For sure. That's awesome, man. So when you first, how have you been bringing customers into your business? Like before this, you know, like online, Facebook, social media, and also to add to that, how do you plan on trying to keep customers coming in now, especially after we get over this hump? You know, it's going to be difficult, you know, jumping back in. For one, how do you bring how do most of your customers come to you and find you? And for two, do you think there's going to have to be a new way to adapt to bring customers to you?
Oh, absolutely. I'm a little ashamed to say we're a little behind the 8 ball on having a website set up. That's one of our things our website is under construction right now. We've been trying to get that up and running. But a lot of our business comes in by word of mouth. I mean, that's a huge part. I handle a lot of our social networking platforms such as Facebook and Instagram. So that's where a lot of our business comes from. If you check out our Facebook page, RockReady Printing Designs, our Instagram page, RockReady Printing, I keep those things regular, updated with, you know, weekly and daily on work that we've completed, work that we're doing, things of that nature. So that's where a lot of our business comes from at this point. And then word of mouth. I mean, when you do good quality work, I think people brag about you and tell you, you know, tell others of what you're doing. So we rely a lot of word of mouth. We try to produce a quality product. You know, in our industry, you got to set yourself apart. You know,
well, everybody can see your products. You know, your products are out there, visual for everybody.
Absolutely. So a lot of what we try to our business, our motto at RockReady is our graphic designers. We tell them, hey, we can't be like everybody else. There's a lot of companies in town that do good work, and you know they've been here for a while. But we try to give you a design that's unique to you. We try not to use clip art. We really try to fit your need and give you something that somebody else may not give you. So that's how we kind of set ourselves apart from others.
Set yourself apart from your competitors. Yeah, always, man. That's the number one thing in business as far as I'm concerned, man, setting yourself apart from your competitors. What are your plans for the future? I mean, even before this happened, what are your plans to move forward? You know, do you see yourself growing? Do you see yourself moving into anything new? What do you got going on?
Man, absolutely. Man, we're in works with a couple of big projects right now that we're working on expanding. So in the near future, we're hoping our website is up to date. We're looking at some options for team orders and having online orders set up so that teams can place their orders. We have a couple of different avenues that we're really looking at right now that are real close. We're really close to getting these lined up and worked out. This has kind of put a little halt on that somewhat, but we're still in work on those things, and we hope to announce those big announcements here pretty soon.
Yeah, and without plugging too much, you want to tell everybody about Robinson. You did the Robinson ISD school buildings, right? Like,
Yeah, so if anybody's been in Robinson here lately, the Robinson high schools, the elementaries, the intermediate schools, if you've seen any of the work on those buildings, that's all handiwork of RockReady Printing and Designs.
And what is it they're looking for, though? What on the schools? What are they looking for that you did?
A lot of window perf. In schools here now, with the safety features that are going in place, window perf is an awesome idea for schools if they're looking for a safety feature. You can do full color graphics on their windows, which allows people from the outside to see a really nice graphic, cool artwork. What it does, it keeps you from seeing inside as easy, but when you're on the inside, you can still see outside, so you're protected and see what's coming at you. And we're really proud of those artworks. And Robinson is the other one. Robinson is probably one of our biggest clients that we've done. We've done quite a bit with them, but Valley Mills ISD, we do what? Lorena ISD, we've done some work out there. We've been in contact with several other schools that we're just waiting on the approval and funding for those schools to open up for us to go out there and do some work on those too. But Robinson, there's quite a bit of schools. Robinson was one of the first ones to come out and give us a lot of work to take advantage of these cool ideas for safety measures.
Well, I mean, it sounds to me like schools don't need to be the only ones doing that. If you don't want people to look in, businesses, guys,
Absolutely.
Anybody out there that has a business that's got too many windows.
I'll give a couple of plugs here. Bicycle World and Run Waco. If you've been by their buildings, we've done a lot of their graphics on them too. Cool graphics. I won't take credit for the graphics. They have a graphic artist in their facility that does their graphics, but they have us do the install work for them. But really cool artwork, really, really cool concept for in front of a building. There's several I can name that we've done. But man, if you see a lot of those, it's a really cool idea. It really jazzes up the front of your building too. So you can do full color prints, images. It doesn't have to be your basic, cut vinyl work and just wording on the window. You can really liven up the front of your building and change the appearance of the building by doing some of that.
Yeah, I mean, that's honestly, I didn't even think about that until you said it. That's cool that you brought that up, because I wouldn't have known that that's even an option for a building or a business or an office or whatever you have. I mean, even at houses, I mean,
it's cool, man.
You could do that anywhere. Do you have any immediate, like, short-term goals focusing on this situation to adapt, like to make it through? Do you have anything that you're kind of going to try to put in place, or anything really, just any kind of way to problem solve the situation that we're in for your business specifically?
Well, I mean, being the string that we're put on, with the fact that we have to shut down because we're not an essential business, it's kind of hard to have anything in plan right now. I mean, we'll be working from home when we have to shut those doors, when we don't have the service vehicles that we have to manage and keep them on the road. We'll just keep plugging away at the stuff that we've already been in place that we're working on. Like I said, just kind of getting more technological with the customers to allow team orders and things of that nature to be more uniform, easier, accessible for coaches and teams and parent moms and stuff to be able to place orders online. It's kind of our immediate kind of goal.
Yeah, to get like an e-commerce website. Yeah, man,
absolutely.
That's right now. I mean, that's probably the smartest idea for almost any company now, is to look out for that e-commerce website that can get your items sold even without you leaving the house. Even stuff that maybe, I mean, is there anything people can like bring to you or bring ideas to you for you to work on at the home? I mean, I don't know. This is just guesswork, but
not really that we can do at home. I mean, the shop has, all the tools and equipment that's needed. So, I mean,
nobody wants to pay that fine.
Yeah.
Don't get
So
caught.
from home, we'll be able to answer emails. I'm going to encourage people to please place orders. If you have any kind of upcoming events or anything of that nature. If you're a business that you may not be essential to the government lockdown, please place those orders, man. We're not closing the doors for good. We're gonna be back open. We're definitely gonna fulfill any order that's paid in full, or that's already in place, that's been paid on or paid in full. We're gonna fulfill those orders. We're not shutting down for good. This is just a little hurdle that we all got to overcome. So I'm gonna encourage you to continue. Send us emails. Give us a shout on our Facebook page and Messenger. We'll all be working from home to answer those questions and answer your needs. We'll have ways to take payments and send you invoices. We're not closing doors. I mean, I promise you that we're not gonna close the doors. It's just a little hurdle we got to overcome in the meantime.
Hey, that's awesome to hear. I mean, you don't want to hear about people giving up. You want to hear about people fighting and moving forward. And that's my main reason I created this group, was just to bring us all together, and help work to solve each other's problems. I mean, you guys heard it here.
Bombard me with work. I mean, I would love it. I would love to be able 2 weeks, whatever it is, that we're able to open the back doors to the community and get back in the shop. I would love to have a list of things. I've got several guys that are off without pay right now. It sucks, and I'm trying to keep in touch with them guys and keep them, their self-esteem and their, them boosters saying, hey guys, we're gonna be back. You guys are gonna have work. We're gonna be able to pay you guys, and we're gonna be able to give you work. So, man, I encourage, send me orders. We're gonna get back in. If we have to put in overtime to get those orders out, we're gonna do it. We're gonna do whatever we got to do to keep the community going and keep people's orders fulfilled.
I mean, that's awesome. That's a positive attitude that we all need to have. And remember, this is not going to last forever. We will get through this, whether it's 2 weeks, whether it's 6 weeks. Think ahead, plan ahead. Do you need something that they have to offer a month and a half from now, 3 months from now? Hit them up and start setting it up from there. There's no reason to think that this is just going to collapse us all, because it won't. I mean, it's not going to. It's unless you let it.
Yeah, I think the only way it collapses all is if we all give up and say, hey, well, we're just not going to spend the money, or we're just not going to do anything. Man, we'll all be back up and running. It's going to take a little while. It's going to take, some weeks to get over this and this crash that we're experiencing. But like I said, the biggest thing is just don't be afraid. We're going to take care of you. We're going to do what we have to. I mean, I've already got plans in place. We can work overtime. We can do things. We want to be back up and running. We want orders to be backfilled. We want to have a backfill. So as soon as they say, hey guys, you're back in the doors, we can go right to work. We're ready and prepared for that.
I mean, that's awesome. You guys heard it here, man. Robert Stanford, excited and ready for the future regardless. And that's what I'm going for. Robert, did you have anything else that we didn't touch?
One thing too, these businesses, and if you're an individual, just keep in mind, I think a lot of our vendors have been sending us a lot of emails, and they're letting us know. I think they're going to have some specials. I think they're feeling the hit too. Their customers aren't putting in the orders. So I look to see a lot of price reductions on their end. So just keep in touch, man. I think we'll see some specials going on. If our vendors reduce pricing, we'll definitely do what we can to boost it and get you in the door to take care of you. So just stay in touch, and we'll keep everybody posted too on our end.
All right. Well, that's awesome, man. So tomorrow night, Leah Stewart with the Olive Patch, she's going to be on. We're going to have another interview, and we're just going to keep this thing going, keep moving forward. Anybody else that's looking to advertise, y'all can reach for me on Messenger. Be sure and go over and check out the Waco Review. It's a blog website that you can get on there, and Sammy Jarrett would be glad to interview you guys and get you onto his website. I see nothing but great things with this, and in Waco, we're always going to stay strong, stay together, and work together as a community. Same way I pictured it as a kid is how I picture it being for the rest of my life, at least. So let's just stay strong and work together. And for now, keep your business local. Love all you guys. Robert, it's great talking.
Thank you again, Chip, man.
Hey.
Thanks for all you're doing.
All right, we appreciate it, man. We'll see y'all later, and y'all have a good night.
Thank you.